everybody, it's me, Sean. Look at this. I beat you guys to the stream this time. Nobody's clamoring for me in the chat. I'm like a minute and a half early. This is so exciting. If you are watching this on tape delay, maybe skip a minute or two ahead because I'm going to wait for a minute until we actually get to 2 o'clock. But I thought I would start just a little bit early this time because I know in the recent couple of videos that I've done, I showed up just a little bit late. So I guess there's not music in the waiting screen for this game. I should have all of the music set up properly. So this is a game about designing spaceships and blowing up spaceships and fighting in outer space with ships. It's cool. That's what spaceships are. This is a free game, and I just found out about it a couple of days ago. You can download it, I don't know, just do a Google search for Cosmoteer, and then you'll find the link to download it, and it's very quick and easy to download. It's completely free. It doesn't take any, like there's no pay to play or anything, it's just free. Easy to download, and lots of fun. So I recommend it. Everybody should check it out. It's a good game. Hey, there we go, Axel. Our first chatter is here. Hello, Axel. Good to see you, buddy. Sand Gamer. Hello, Sand Gamer. Thanks for stopping in. Looks like it is 2 o'clock. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. So this is a real-time game. It is pausable. So there'll be lots of pausing. Yeah. I mean, no need to fool around. We're going to get started. Now, it's interesting. There's Bounty Hunter, which says learn how to play, but that's just like the normal game mode. I don't know why. I mean, that is how you learn how to play. That's like where the tutorial is. And then there's Creative, which is like Sandbox Unlimited Money, and that's no fun. Hello, Roxy. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you again today. So we're going to drop right in. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yep, that's the new one. Jsano19. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Says, hey man, can't stay long. Just want to say you like my videos and keep it up. Well, I will. Thanks. I like making them a lot. So this is our starter ship, our Model 1 apparently. It has a series of engines, of course. Those are pretty self-explanatory. It's got three lasers up here up top. A little bit of armor right there. Got a control room right here. If your control room gets destroyed, your ship goes out of control. Makes sense. Got some crew quarters. You need crew to be able to run. Basically what they do is they get power out of your reactor core and then they run it to all the different things. So one of the first things that we're going to do when we get some money, I guess we do start with a little bit of money, but one of the first things that we'll want to do is we're going to expand out. Basically we're going to expand out everything. But right now we don't really need to expand anything. We can start attacking some of these ships. Let's go ahead and just get started. Axel says getting FTL vibes. Yep, there's definitely some FTL to it. Yeah. This reminds me of, there's a brand new game that just came out called, what is it called? I don't know, a couple of people are doing Let's Play videos of it that they're calling RimWorld meets FTL. This doesn't really have that much RimWorld in it, although it does, you can watch your little guys running around in there. But it's not like you give them chores or anything. Starship Theory, that's the game I was thinking of. Sandgamer says this game is almost like Starship Theory. It is, except I think Starship Theory has like mining and construction that you do with your little guys inside your ship. Whereas with this, you just buy them. Like, well, you see we have 25,000 credits up here. We use those credits to buy. So I feel like this is just the fighting part of Starship Theory. But it's pretty fun. And of course, this game is free, so it's very easy. Free. I would much rather play a free game. A free game that looks fun than pay $12 to get a game that I don't know what it's going to turn out like. Starship Theory looks pretty interesting, but I don't really want to drop 12 bucks on it right now. Especially when I can either download a free game like this or I get like Rock God Tycoon, the developer sent me for free, so that was pretty easy. And then of course games I already own, I don't have to pay for them. But, so, right now we don't have any shields or anything. You can see our ship up here in the corner, so I can kind of keep an eye on what's going on our ship. But first thing, obviously, you want to take out weapons. That way they won't be able to shoot back at me. And then basically your goal after that is going to be to take out their core. And so we'll take out their power core, reactor core, and then we'll collect the bounty for blowing up the ship, and it'll be pretty easy. But my favorite thing on this is kind of designing your own ship. I really have had a lot of fun with that. There's not a lot of weapons and stuff to choose from, and we'll see that here in a minute. Because basically once we destroy this ship, I'll do some modifications to our existing ship. But there's still enough variety in there to where it's pretty fun, and you can get a little bit of a combo. I feel like this game is probably good for at least, I'd say at least like one playthrough, maybe two playthroughs. But eventually it would get kind of repetitive. So we destroyed that. We collected a bounty off of that. We go to our ship. We can repair everything. It'll cost us $400. It's pretty cheap. But now we've got $36,000 to play with. So we're going to go into construction mode here. Axel asks, haven't been around for a while, so this is, well, you know what? It's not outdated because it takes forever. The police thing takes so long. So it's going fine. I turned in all my paperwork and everything. Right now I'm trying to schedule a time to go in and get my fingerprints done and start the, like there's going to be, the guy needs to question me basically, you know, interrogate me or whatever. So I'm going to have to go in like for the interrogation process. And so we're going to start scheduling some of that stuff up here soon. But yeah, it'll be months before, you know, we really know what is, you know, before it even comes down to them having an opening for me to be in, or if they have an opening for me to be, it's going to be months before it even comes to a point where I can even accept that opening, you know. So it's going to be a while yet. Got to be patient. But yep, that's how that's going. But you know, fortunately, or well, not fortunate at all actually, but my my mom had a stroke at the beginning of the month, or last month, sorry, so like 6 weeks ago now. So fortunately, I've had a lot of spare time to help her out and you know, be able to be there for her and my dad and help them out with the problems that they're having. Obviously, with mom having a stroke, it's been real difficult for them. So. So that's what's been going on, like job-wise and all that stuff. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. So I'm going to move that back there. There we go. Roxy says, I've yet to meet a police officer I didn't like in the UK. Yeah, all the cops I know here are pretty good. There's some that are not so good. I'm not trying to be an actual cop, though. I'm trying to be I'm trying to work in the records department at the police station, so I would just be handling paperwork and all that stuff. But it's a really good, really well-paying job, good-paying job, whatever the right word is for that. It pays well, and I'd be pretty happy about that. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm expanding out the corridor because I'm going to need to hire more crew. You can see here we're a little short on crew. We have plenty of power, but we are going to need more power as well because I'm going to buy some new weapons. We've got plenty of money. This ion beam is a pretty good weapon. I don't really think it's worth $10,000 quite yet, but the electro bolt is a really good weapon. And so we're going to go ahead and buy one of those, and we'll stick it right there. There. Let's stick it there. I'm actually going to, oh shit, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that. All right, I'm going to move this one forward. Yeah, thanks, Roxy. Yeah, it's going well so far. I've had several interviews, preliminary interviews, and oh boy, the process just goes on and on and on and on. And it'll be months of investigation and all that stuff, but I feel pretty good about it. My past is a little dodgy, so I'm somewhat concerned about that. But I was honest, you know what I mean? Like I told them the truth and everything, and they say that that is the most important thing. So, you know, I just made sure I told them the truth. I can't, I'm trying to take my mouse off of the screen here, and I don't know how to do that. There we go. Because I want to see, there we go. All right, now we're back to here. I'm going to do that. Okay. I also want to try to balance this out. So we're going to put some armor over here. Oh, I never even knew that that was down there. Interesting. All right, we're going to put one there, and we'll put one there. So we've got shields, a couple more weapons. We need more power and more crew for sure. I think I'm going to add, well, I guess I can just do that with putting in the crew quarters. Now, when you move things, it costs money. Like, you don't get all of your money back. So right now what we're paying, we're going to have to pay $19,000 for what we've done so far. So if I move this to here, oh, okay, well, maybe not. I thought that was going to end up costing us some money. Actually, I'm going to leave that where it is. I'm going to buy another 6-pack crew quarter right there. Wow, we're still short on crew, huh? We're going to need a lot of crew, and I don't think I'm going to have enough money because we also need... Oh, I can't afford to buy another power. We're going to have to go... We're going to have another fight before I can afford... I'm still going to buy everything that I'm setting up to buy, but we're going to have to kind of bare bones it for now. But let's do it. So that's most of our money right there. But we've expanded out our ship. We want to give it a few minutes to let them fill up all of the... they got to put power in everything. They're going to have to fill up my power storage right there. But I wanted to have the power storage up here near the weapons so it's easy to get the power to the weapons while we're fighting. And of course the shields use a lot of power. Alright, looks like we're in good shape. The hotkeys for this are not very intuitive, I must say. To adjust the speed, you use page up and page down. And there's probably a way to adjust which keys do what. Let's get over here and take down this ship. There they are. Let's slow it down. Alright, so this one, we've got some weird ships. This is one of them. I don't know why they designed these ships to where they can't you know, why not put all your weapons up front? But they're also supposed to be, this is like the easy difficulty, so they're going to make it to where it's pretty easy to fight them, I guess. So the ion beam will knock out systems temporarily. There we go. So you can see that laser is knocked out, or it was. Oh, now they're trying to come around. Well, maybe. I'm not, I don't build very agile ships. I just build like giant hammers that will just go through and smash. You know, I put a shield up front to protect my weapons, and then just try to smash my way through. The ion beams are really powerful against shields, so it's useful when you're doing that. But basically, so far, it's mostly just like knock out their weapons, and then they're worthless, you know. And then we're just gonna go straight for the reactor core after that, and we'll just smash our way through. And I don't really need to have it on slow speed at all for that. We can speed it up. Watch the whole thing. Sound effects are weird when you're at high speed like that. My ship is doing a pretty good job of keeping up, like movement-wise. No. There we go. $12,000 for taking that one out, which should be enough for us to build up our an additional reactor. Roxy says if we're building like a hammer, she'd love to see a ship called Mjolnir. I'm guessing that's some sort of mythological, like Thor's hammer or something like that. No repairs. We didn't even get touched. That's the beauty of the shields. We'll build a double shield here soon. Axel asks if there's a pressurization system like hull breaches drain O2. Unfortunately, no. Or maybe fortunately. I don't know what the how I would characterize that. But no, there is not. There are fires, but they don't like there's no there's no oxygen system. So you don't have to worry about fire. I mean, you do have to worry about fires because they do damage, but like you can't vent to the outside or whatever like in FTL. And your crew doesn't, I don't know, maybe they do. Maybe they get injured and you have to replace them after a battle. Not really sure. I'm pretty good about not taking too much damage. You put in a shield like I have, and then also fighting easy bad guys. Because you gotta kind of wipe everybody out anyways, so it's like, you know, you want to start at the beginning and work your way up. Now I'm gonna need $15,000. I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna need $15,000 to buy an FTL drive to get to the next bad guys. And that's easy to forget when you're just getting started here. As a matter of fact, when I did the tutorial, it didn't explain that to me and I kind of screwed up. Alright, so these dummies have their control room right up front. Sometimes it's kind of fun to just take out their control room because then the ship will just kind of wander. It'll just like float out of control. I probably could just shoot straight through. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to bother trying to take out their weapons. I'm just going to go straight for the reactor core. Seems like a really agile ship though. Yeah, see, they took out their control room. Yeah, there we go. So that one was pretty easy. But now we got to spend all of our money on a FTL drive, which I almost forgot about. Actually, that's right. They just upgraded it, so the FTL only cost $10,000. So we will have a little bit of money left over. I guess I'll put that there. I don't want it to get blown up. Sometimes it still thinks you're in a fight. There we go. Alright, so now we've got $5,000 left over. Let's let everything power up. I guess I need to... So you've got this galaxy map or whatever, I guess. So there's all these different fights. And you can see... So like here, you know, we've got amateur bad guys, which we just fought amateurs. Then it goes up to professional. And then after professional, there's veteran. And then Vanguard. Or no, elite. But Vanguard comes after veterans. Oh, what's that? Super elite? No, Vanguard must be the highest one. Okay. Well, when you start fighting, these elite guys are tough. Where are we at? The ones we've been fighting so far, they're pretty easy. But yeah, you get to those elite guys and they're badass. There must be higher, really, so Vanguard is the highest. Now that's weird because if we go to this other system, there's going to be amateurs over in the other system. Huh. Axel says I've probably played it, but there's a free game called Endless Sky that I may like. I haven't played it. I'm not sure I've ever even heard of it. So let's plot our jump here. And I'm going to write that down. I'll give it a look. Endless Sky. Ah, Manny's here. Jan, hello. Jan says space. Yep. Sort of FTL, sort of Starship Theory, sort of not, but also free, so hard to go wrong with that. Jan says space is big. It is, and it's also unbalanced. It's like you can fight really tough guys at the very beginning, and you definitely will fight super easy guys at the very end. Eventually these guys will kind of work together if you're not careful. So you have to be careful to not run into too many bad guys at once. You can also build additional ships and have multiple ships in your fleet. I prefer to just have one really strong badass ship. What am I shooting at? Did I not give them a target? I guess I forgot to give them a target. Take out their weapons. Not that their weapons really do much of anything, but they potentially affect our shields. Oh shit. I always forget that it does that. There we go. Ah. Roxy, I didn't read your... I looked at your comment and sort of read it, but I didn't catch that that was that Douglas Adams quote. You think the trip to the shop is a long way, but that's peanuts compared to space. Which is definitely true. I haven't read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy probably in 25 years. It's been a very, very long time. Manny says to shoot their wing bats. Well, I'm guessing that's what I was shooting? I don't know. Really, this stage is very, very straightforward and easy. But you can't really skip it because you need the money to build up your ship to be able to take on the tougher ships. Because they do get pretty tough. Even the second level difficulty ships are pretty tough if you don't get the money to build up your weapons and stuff from the easy level ships. So you kind of have to go through the whole thing. In case I haven't mentioned it recently, like I know many has showed up since I started this, but this is a free game that you can download easily and quickly on the internet. Just search for it. Crafting Potato says, I knew it was a new video. Hello from Steam. Yeah, you know, you can, if you think this game looks pretty fun, it is. I just downloaded it the other day, and I was like, wow, I gotta put this on my channel. People should enjoy watching me play this, hopefully. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy it. Maybe not, who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna spread my ship out a little bit, because I've got some money. Never have enough space in these ships, seems like. Did it? It did mirror those things. Good. I wanted it to. Unfortunately, these parts are not going to mirror out, but those already did, so we're going to move you there. Like that. I don't quite want those guys so close to each other, though. Yeah, that's more like it. So, I'm just going to set those out there for now. That, I'll put you back in the middle. And I want to, there's got to be some easier way to get rid of those. Axel says, I like it. It looks neat so far. You know, I really like the design part of it, like where you make your own ship up. It's pretty fun, actually. Whoops, that's what's going on here? All right, so this is going to cost me $15,000, so I'm already almost out of money. Kind of over designing this ship, I think. I'm going to be very short on power here, and I cannot afford to buy another power generator. But I don't need the double shields yet. But you know what? We've got, like, we're still fighting super wimpy bad guys. Let's go ahead and overextend ourselves. Crafting Potato. Every time I do that, that means I'm trying to get over to the chat and scroll through the chat. Crafting Potato says he's playing Rust while watching. That's cool. Several people say it looks neat. Axel and Manny both say it looks neat. It is. It's fun. You should download it. You've got nothing to lose. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to have like huge staying power. I feel like it's going to be one of those games where I'm going to hit a wall and it's like, oh, this is fun. And 5 minutes later, nope, I'm done. I'm never going to play this game again. But who knows? Like the guy that wrote it or whatever, I think it's just one person who made this game. He's already put out several updates. There have been 2 in the 3 days that I've been playing this game. So, you know, he definitely seems to be paying attention to the game and putting some time into it. And yeah, if you like designing things, maybe it's like a little bit like The Sims, maybe in a way. but simplified, like The Sims 1 maybe. And it'll be interesting to see what additional stuff he puts into it. Crafting Potato asks if you can get it on Steam. Nope. You just gotta, just like Google the name, and then it's Cosmoteer or something like that, right? And then the website that you download it from comes up, and it's a direct download. Really small file, easy to install. But yeah, it's not on Steam. I wonder, Steam probably doesn't like to put in free games, right? What benefit would that provide to Steam? Oh, wow. This is a pretty strong ship for a amateur level. So it's got 2 cannons. Those cannons are tough. So I'm glad I doubled up on my shields because those cannons do serious damage, and we're really going to want to focus on taking those out because they are badass. Now, I never seem to get the I can't get the hotkeys down. There's a hotkey for, there we go. Alt click will cause you to follow the opponent's ship. F will cause it to focus on your own ship. But you can see they're wearing my shields down with those cannons. Alright, let's take out their other cannon. Manny says, it looks more polished than the other spaceship game I played the other day. It had potential, but the UI looked very overwhelming. Oh, yeah, boy, oh boy, the UI on that game was... Yeah. That other game was kind of fun. It was too... Like, I didn't want to talk bad about it. Like, the creator was watching me play it and all that, so I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But it felt like a game that was like 10 years old. And this doesn't. This feels like a game that was made like 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Like a game that just came out. You know? And that spaceship game the other day, like if it was free, I would have been... I mean, it was free for me, thank goodness. But if I had paid for it, I would have been... I mean, it's cheap. It's only $10. I might have been a little disappointed. But that one, I feel like probably was more rewarding the more you played. But the UI, like you said, it was just overwhelming. This one's simple. Remembering all the hotkeys is tricky with this one. But you can do just fine without remembering all the hotkeys. What was the other game called? Oh boy, Space. That's another problem, is it had 5 words in the name of it. And the developer, when he was watching me stream, he would correct me every time I got it wrong. Like Space Academy Rogue, or Starfleet Academy Rogue Adventure, Starfleet Adventure. No, it's got to be Starfleet Academy Rogue Adventure, I think is what it was called. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. It had a lot of really fun little mini games in it, but the meta game was just not that fun. Alright, so, whoops, shit, that's not what I want to do. There we go, we got ourselves some more money. And looks like we survived the thing pretty well. Shields got low, but they never got breached. I think we were short on, yep, we're definitely short on crew and on power. So let's spend some of that money buying up on both. I don't need to double up, I need to turn off the mirror thing, there we go. So I only need... Oh, we actually need, I need the power more than I need the crew, I think. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough to buy another reactor. Well, shit. I'll buy another storage thing right there. There we go. Sand Gamer says $10 is not cheap in his country. $1 equals 13,000, I guess, rupees? I'm not sure what RP means. And he's still 14. Yeah, $10 is a lot of money when you're 14, that's for sure. No matter what country you're in. Roxy's got to head off, but it was fun for her to stop by. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Roxy. I'm always happy to see you, and I'm glad you enjoyed watching here. Sandgamer says, nope, 15. Sandgamer's 15. Well, that's still Enjoy your youth, buddy. Must be awesome being 15 years old. I am 3 times as old as you. Many says if they gave Starfleet Academy Crazy Adventure Spaceship game a fresher look, it would be okay. Yep, I agree. It really looks like it's from like 2004. I mean, it looks really old. You can do lo-fi graphics. I mean, look at this game. This game looks... It could be completely contemporary because of games like RimWorld and stuff that have made this look popular. But it could also be like 3 years old. But it doesn't look like it's 10 or 15 years old like that other game did. You don't get collision damage. I'm not sure whether I'm happy about that or not. Like, it would be more realistic if you did, obviously. And it definitely would add a bit more challenge because there are, especially when you're fighting tougher opponents, quite a bit more collisions. And it would be nice if you had to worry about stuff like debris flying at you. Now, see, here's another one of these guys. This guy was so easy to kill last time. I think I'm going to do the same thing and just go straight for the reactor. Especially if he's going to fight me in such a dumb way. Boy, you are dumb. So, have any of you guys seen the new Spider-Man movie? I went and watched that last night. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Even though, so I went to see it at 10 o'clock at night on a Monday night. You would think that you could, you would think that you could go see a movie at 10 o'clock on a Monday night and not have to deal with a bunch of kids talking through the entire movie. Even with a movie like Spider-Man. But no, there was 2 teenage boys sitting, and like they came and sat in front of me after I'd already sat down. And they talked through the entire movie. And then a couple of people sitting right behind me who talked through the entire movie. And that was pretty annoying. But the movie itself was great. I really had a lot of fun. And it's one of the better superhero movies I've seen. And I tend to see most of them. It was just a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really good. Axel says if anybody wants to ruin teddy bears, look up the origins of teddy bears. All I knew is that they were named after Teddy Roosevelt, the president, but not really aware of any sort of disgusting or disturbing origins. All right, well, I'm going to spend all of our money on another reactor core here, and we do not have enough to bring in more crew. It actually might be, you know what, I'm going to bring in that crew first. And we'll do the reactor core later. If any of you guys do pick up this game, I definitely recommend playing in blueprint mode like we're doing here. Because if you play in regular mode, it spends all your money. And playing in blueprint mode, you can fiddle around and then click on make it so before it like definitely locks down your changes. And I don't know why you wouldn't play in blueprint mode. Oh, Axel. So I was partly right. Axel says teddy bears got their name from Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States. In 1902, the president went bear hunting in Mississippi without success, so members of his party caught a bear cub, tied it to a tree, and offered it to the president as an easy trophy. Ugh. You're right. We didn't want to ruin teddy, or that does ruin teddy bears for you. That's the 1900 for you. That's right. I'm trying to put in another weapon, right? So we have 2 of those electro bolts, huh? I don't have enough money to put in this ion cannon yet. Oh wait, I actually do if I wanted to, but that's going to use a lot of power. So I think I'll just put in a couple more lasers. Call it good. Alright, great. And let's go take on this bad guy. speed it up. Oh, hey, Foxy Fern. Wow, thank you for showing up, Foxy. Now, if you guys want to see somebody who plays different games than me, and she actually, unlike me, she's not a cheapskate. She spends money and buys good games. She's been playing the Universim, which looks like a lot of fun, as well as Castles and Kingdoms, which is definitely a game that I am so jealous that she has. You should go watch her channel. She is a lot of fun. She does one video a day. It's really great. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for showing up, Foxy. I'm glad to see you check this out. This is a free game, by the way, so I know you like to spend money on games, but this game I downloaded for free, and it's pretty fun, and just an interesting little diversion. Foxy likes to play a bunch of games and only put out like one video of each game a week, so I keep waiting and waiting for new Long Dark videos and new Kingdoms and Castle videos. So maybe she'll add this one in to make the delays for the other games even further. Now, Foxy's the only YouTuber I watch consistently. I do like Morjax, and I like what's his face, the Marbazier. Marbazier. I like Marbazier a lot, and of course Quill18. I don't know. Like I like Foxy because she plays games that I don't really see other people playing, and games that I don't play myself. So yeah, Foxy, you might want to check this one out. It's pretty fun. If nothing else, it's a great time killer. If you like blowing stuff up, and I like blowing stuff up. It gets more fun when you start fighting more difficult ships as well, because these guys that we're fighting on right now are Oh, Foxy, did you get blocked from the did live chat moderate you or something? I didn't even know that was possible. Oh shit, my shield went down. Better get that back up. Alright, let's get that cannon taken out. I tell you, those cannons are badass. But it's no fun to have a cannon because they use so much manpower. Axel says that me and Foxy should collaborate on something. Well, that would be fun. Collaborating is tough. Oh, well, see, there you go. Foxy says we're planning on it, which is true. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to put Foxy on the spot by saying that. But yeah, we're actually talking about doing a RimWorld. Foxy picked up RimWorld, and she has been having a little trouble with it, or anyway, she said she finds it kind of intimidating, and so I was going to try to teach her how to play, but we got to figure out how to get it to where we can both look at the same screen and both talk at the same time and have everything work out. So we are going to try to do that here soon, and yeah, it'd be pretty fun. I've always wanted to do a getting started on RimWorld series. But as you guys know, I'm pretty good at the game, so I don't really think about what people who don't know how to play don't know. And Foxy doesn't know how to play, so it's perfect because she can ask me the right questions, and I can sort of give her the right answers. As most of you guys know, my answers, RimWorld, there's so many ways to play that game. It's you can't. Like, there's no one right answer for much of anything, really. But I can definitely give you something close to the right answer anyways. All right. Storage. No, I don't need storage. I want crew members. And I have enough money to buy them, so I'm going to put a crew thing there. And that leaves me with a couple $1,000s. Foxy says, RimWorld seems awesome. It's just like way more in depth than I have time for at the moment. Yeah, it is definitely in depth. That RimWorld subreddit is definitely a great resource for learning how to play the game. Alright, so I've got a pretty decent ship going on here. I've got a nice weapons array, a couple of good shields to protect me. I've got suitable power and crew for everything. We're running a little low on cash, but if we go look at our map here, I think we're going to have to go up to the next difficulty level on, so we're going to be fighting professional bad guys, which I'm perfectly fine with because they will be a little more of a hazard to us, but they will also provide considerably better bounties when we destroy them. We should be looking at like $15,000 to $20,000 bounties. Minnie asks how patient I am as a teacher. That's a good question. But I've been a business manager as like a part of my profession, and I've taught and trained people lots and lots of times. So I know I'm not like the most patient person when people try to correct me on something, but I think I'm pretty good at teaching people how to play things. And I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out. Foxy asks how long this game has been out, where and how did I find out about it. I think it's been out for a month or two. I didn't look too much into detail. I found out about it because some random... I'm subscribed to a few YouTubers because they play just random games, and they're really... that's how a good way for me to find out about games. So one of the random YouTubers I'm subscribed to was playing it. And then I was like, hey, I want to check that out. And there you go. So it hasn't been out that long. I think Avac did a video on it. So that's when I did my little bit of research, he was like the biggest YouTuber who had done a video on it. So this ship is quite a bit more dangerous. So it's got an ion beam, which is a powerful fixed beam, which we'll see here in a minute. But it also has a shield covering up its ion beam. So I do need to break through its shield. Luckily, I've got a couple of my whatever these things are called, these electro bolts. I've got a couple of electro bolts which will break through that shield pretty good. So yeah, so you can see he's got his ion beam, which is doing some pretty good damage to my shields here. So I really need to take that thing out as quick as I can. But you can see I'm starting to do damage to his ion beam. And it looks like did I take it out? He must have run out of power. Or I must have like stalled it. There we go. Alright, now this guy's going to be easy because that's like his only weapon. So where's his generator? His reactor core is right there. Foxy says she plays 90% of the same games as AVAC and could say the same thing about my channel. Yeah, I mean, I would say the same about yours too. Like I think that there's like subgenres, like people like strategy and construction kind of games, you know. So like we all kind of tend to, I would say we tend to draw towards one another. Like I don't watch people who play like first-person shooters and stuff. Ah, Pig of War. I didn't even know you were there, Pig of War. And you're going to get going. Well, thanks for stopping in, buddy. I hope you had fun watching. All right, there we go. 20 grand. Nice little bit of money for that one. Looks like we didn't take any damage, so that's really good. So here, I think I'm going to put in a new engine. Foxy says she likes all the little tiny strategy games I featured. Well, thanks. I've been getting a few good keys from just sending cold call emails to developers and asking if I can feature their game. I got the Rock God Tycoon I got from the subreddit, from the Let's Play subreddit. somebody was actually asking me to do that. And a few of the other ones. Pigawar says he's late. How's it going? I thought he said it's getting late. I have to get going. Hey, Pigawar. Good to see you, buddy. You didn't miss out on much. You missed out on the slow starting up, which is just fine. I think I want to add some more weapons here. Eventually, we're going to run into missiles, and I'm going to want to have some point defense. But for now, I don't want to have that. So like having a cannon, cannons are pretty great, but you have to build ammo factories, and you have to build ammo storage, and that uses up your crew members. So I've been just sticking with beam weapons, and they work really well. Maybe over time, it will flex out, or you know what I mean? Like they'll flesh out the benefits of these other weapons. But right now, I kind of like having them set up the way that they are. I also want to add some more room into my main area here. I can leave those shields like that. Francisco! Hola, Francisco! Good to see you, buddy. For all the new people, this game is free. You can get it on the internet very easily. Just do a Google search. You can find it. It's pretty simple. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to learn. I don't know if I would say difficult to master, but easy to learn for sure, and a good time. All right, so I have my crew and power supplies are good. You know what? Oh no, I have two of those things, so I don't even need to worry about that. Wow, good crew of people in the chat today. Thank you so much, everybody. It's really fun to have a lot of nice people to talk with. I haven't really run into problems where we didn't, but I still remember when I very first started doing streams, like nobody would show up and I'd have to sit here and try and talk for 2 hours without anybody there. Or like when I was streaming on Twitch, that was the worst. I know everybody tells you, oh, stream on Twitch, that's the way to go. But like when I streamed on Twitch, nobody watched. The few people that did just show up at random were not as nice as the people here on YouTube. Francisco just got out of work early, and this is what he needed. Okay, watching me blow up some ships and listening to my inane commentary. Nobody had anything to say about Spider-Man. I was really hoping to talk about that. I got my dad to start watching Westworld, so I'm going through a second viewing of Westworld. It's pretty fun. Game Lifer, hello. First off, Game Lifer says, this is the space game I mentioned, the one that reminds me of FTL. Yep, I mentioned it in, did I mention it in a video or something? I don't remember. Foxy says the first time she streamed it was so dead. Yeah, it's frustrating. I think, like, do you announce your streams ahead of time? I think that makes a huge difference. Because I bet you a lot of these people are here because they saw that I had announced it yesterday. I know it's tough for you because you got work and all that stuff. It's really easy for me to stream everything the way that I set it up, like not having a job and stuff. Pigawar, Spider-Man was great. I really had a lot of fun. It was funny, and like I had a lot of really good little kind of winky stuff from the Avengers in it, but like it wasn't dumb, you know. Yeah, it was really good. Foxy says it was encouraging to hear that I like streaming on YouTube better than Twitch. Yeah, I agree. I don't like the delay because it takes forever, but I do like the the people are nicer, and the fans, a lot more fans, and it's really useful for the channel. Like it brings in the subscribers. I got a ton of subscribers when I was streaming RimWorld Alpha 17, while Alpha 17 was still kind of in the development stage. So You know, you can get those kind of like where you strike gold moments through streaming is really useful. Game Lifer says, I mentioned it while playing RimWorld Hospitalized that my next game is a space game. Do I have another space game lined up? No, I don't. Yeah, I only just found out about this one, so I think I was talking about Starship, whatever Starship thingy. This space game I just stumbled across, so I don't think this is one that I had planned on doing. Foxy, I don't know if I said I was on Twitter, but if I did, I mean, technically I am, but if I did, I probably meant to say Twitch. I do have a Twitter account, I just don't use it. But one of these days I'll start promoting it. I just don't put the time into using it. I just do the announcements through YouTube on the normal, you know, scheduled, here's my next scheduled YouTube stream video. I tend to post them basically 24 hours ahead of time. And I usually try to announce to people too, like, you know, if you guys are watching right now, my next stream will be on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific. So same time as today, but on Saturday. And I will be streaming a different game. One of the games that I picked up on the Steam sale. And that should be pretty fun too. I bought that one specifically for streaming because it looks like a lot of fun. Sandgamer asks if he's the youngest viewer. It's probably, I'm not sure if it's you or Crafting Potato, but I would say one of the two of you are the youngest viewers. Axel says, hey, he's got to go. Hopefully you'll see me on Thursday. Well, it'll be Saturday for the next stream, but you could see me Thursday, like in theory. That'd be cool. Thanks for stopping in, though. Hope to see you again. Oh, look at this guy. Jeez Louise. So he's got 2 shields and 2 cannons and lasers and ion beams or electro bolts. Holy mackerel. This is this guy's going to be a badass. Looks like he's got pretty good maneuverability, too, with all those thrusters. How are we going to go about beating this guy? I guess I just need to focus on the cannons. We should take the shields out just as a part of fighting those cannons. Now, oh, Francisco says, what's your time zone? I guess it's time for everybody's favorite podcast, What's Your Time Zone? Hosted by Sean of Vanilla PC Strategy, sponsored by Vanilla PC Strategy, and You Talking You Two to Me, the podcast that I stole this bit from. What's your time zone? All right, viewers, what is your time zone? Foxy Fern says it's Pacific Standard Time, same time zone as me. Foxy actually lives just a couple 100 miles away up in Seattle. Pacific Standard Time. Viewers, what's your time zone? Francisco says yes. Wants to know what time zone is, but no answers yet from the other viewers. Come on, viewers, what's your time zone? Central, East, what? No, CET is some weird European time zone. CET time zone for many. He's in Austria. Europeans for the win. Well, considering they do tend to form a plurality of viewers, I tend to agree. Thank you, Europeans. Thank you, Central ET, whatever CET stands for, time zoners. What's your time zone? Foxy says apparently it's a joke you didn't get. It's just a running bit that we do here. People talk about their time zones, and we decide that we're playing What's Your Time Zone. And I've decided it's a podcast, even though this is a stream, but because I love podcasts. So, yeah. What's your time zone? Francisco. Sand Gamer, what's your time zone? Sand Gamer, it's 4:53 a.m. GMT plus 7. Sand Gamer is in, let's see, where does that put Sand Gamer? You're in like Indonesia, right? Something like that? Yeah, Sand Gamer, I'm not asking what time is it. I'm asking what's your time zone? It's the What's Your Time Zone podcast, where everybody tells us their time zone. Pig of Wars there, keeping everybody in line while I'm busy trying to blow up this ship. Looks like we've lost our shields. Oh boy, our one shield got destroyed. Francisco says, I don't know what his time zone is, but it's London time, so it's the right time zone. That is true. GMT. GMT time zone, or whatever the fancy new politically correct name is for that GMT time zone. Look at that, we got $31,000 for destroying that ship. So we did take some damage. Wow, they actually did some decent damage. They were kind of plowing in there almost. That would have caused an explosion if they had destroyed that power storage. Let's go ahead and repair up that damage. It's going to be a little expensive. Not too bad. Yeah, Minnie asked a good question. Why aren't you sleeping at 5 a.m., Sand Gamer? Well, it sounds like it's time to wrap up What's Your Time Zone. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. Sam Gamer will leave us with the words of Sam Gamer. Waktu Indonesia Barat, West Indonesian time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Join us next week for another exciting episode of What's Your Time Zone. All right, so we've got our shields back. So that guy did some pretty good damage, but we managed to survive it. I don't know what else we could do to... Manny says UTC isn't GMT. Oh, really? Now, see, I didn't know that either. So what is UTC then? Like, what's the difference? I thought UTC and GMT were the same. I thought it was just like the politically correct version of it, like some sort of anti-English correction on it or something. What do I want to spend this money on? More weapons? More weapons and stuff. I'd have to buy more crew and more power, which means I'd kind of have to expand our ship out a little more. Let's go ahead and turn that mirror back on, because we kind of have things mirrored out right now, I feel like. We did need more crew, so that's not bad that we did that. I'm going to go ahead and move those. So we're at minus $12,000 right now. We've got ourselves a little bit of space to walk around, so that's nice. If we're expanding everything, I guess we want to continue pushing these things outwards. We don't really need to move the stuff in the middle here, but I do want to put in more corridors to fill all this stuff up. Francisco says if humans colonize another planet would be GMT plus something, then the name of the planet like GMT plus 2 Earth? I'm not sure I'm not sure I get that, Francisco. Oh, so like their time zone would be GMT plus 2 Earth? I would think, because like Mars, you wouldn't really... Yeah, that is curious. How would you keep time on like Mars? Because their days aren't days. They're like 24.7 hours or whatever they are. So it's a lot harder to keep track of those things. So I think I'm going to... I want these guys to be... No, stay there. I want these guys to be up further. I'm going to put in additional lasers. Where are we at? How are we doing on money? So I've still got lots of money. I'm going to build one of these ion beams. We're going to put that there. Now we're definitely short on power, but I can afford to buy one more power thing. Oh, Francisco, don't worry about your English, man. It's much better than my Spanish. There we go. Pigawar asks what the hazard lines are for. That just means you can't build anything in those areas. That's where the thrusters will thrust out of. So you can't place... I couldn't put a corridor there, for example. So it would cause damage or whatever, I guess. Jan says Wendover Productions actually has an interesting video about timekeeping on Mars. So that's cool. I'll try to remember that. Francisco, Portuguese. I'm so sorry. Portuguese and Spanish are completely different. I apologize. All right. There's our new ship. Look at that thing. Talk about a hammer. That thing is ready to swing down and smash. It's not going to be very agile. It's not going to be very elegant. But it's going to be so powerful weapons-wise. Got that ion beam, which is going to eat up all of our power. Sand Gamer says he's bad at English too. Your English is really good, Sand Gamer. Don't worry about that. Francisco, your English is good. I tell you what, all of your English is better than any of my any other languages. Even if I combined all of the little bits I know of like 4 languages, they still wouldn't even come close to how good you guys are at English. So never apologize for your English, because you guys are all way better than me. And you're watching me speak in English, so you seem to be completely capable of understanding what I'm saying. If I tried to watch you speaking in Portuguese or whatever, you know, I'm sorry, I don't even know what you speak in Indonesia. I apologize for that. But if I tried to watch that stuff, I would not even have a clue what was going on. Like if I tried to watch any French or Japanese or Spanish, you know, I would understand like 7 words through the entire thing, but it wouldn't be any use to me. So, you know, I applaud you guys for taking the time to watch me play and listening to my nonsensical ramblings. You know, now what a dumb weapons layout. So these electro bolts, they deal little damage but short circuit enemy systems. So what good? Like this guy can't do any damage to me. You guys are. This is a terrible design, terrible spaceship design game. Try to be better. Cola 2134. First off, hello Cola. Thank you for joining. Says I just joined. Are they doing the entire bounty galaxy? I'm guessing you mean galaxy. I'm just working my way up, trying to make money. I'm brand new at this game, so I'm not quite sure what you're asking. But I'm gonna keep fighting until, you know, for like another hour, and I'm just gonna keep working my way up. One Glove, exactly right. First off, hello One Glove, thanks for joining in. One Glove says, have you heard native English speakers? Most of us have bad grammar too. You're not kidding. And that's the one thing I love about people who are learning to speak English, is they actually want to use proper grammar, whereas most Americans could care less about using proper grammar. So thank you so much for trying to speak the language properly. Cola 2134 just got the game today. Oh, okay. So basically I'm just working, like I worked my way through the easy level bounties, and now I'm working my way through the second easiest level bounties, and just working my way up. Once you get to the once we get to, so like I find these professional ones, which is what we're fighting right now, they're pretty easy. But once you get to the next level, the veterans, those guys are tough. And like that's what we're gonna have to, so I'll probably jump down here. Nope, those are veterans. Shit. So maybe I'll jump over here and take these easy guys on next so we can build up some money. But we're also gonna run out of FTL points too. Like you gotta be conscious of that. But yeah, I'm not quite ready to go up to veterans yet. One Glove says no damage, but short circuit. Could they power down weapons and life support? Well, there's no life support in this game, but it turned out they did end up. Destroying my weapons eventually. So many corrected me on couldn't care less. I said I could care less. Implies that I still care. I thought I had said that correctly, but I guess I didn't. I didn't stop to think about it. But yep, that is a good reminder on how to speak English, especially when I was talking about speaking English properly. Cola built a ship that annihilates enemies instantly. I had that. My ship was doing that too. Not this one, but my offline game ship was annihilating all enemies instantly too until I ran into started playing against veterans, and then they turns out they're really strong. Our FTL drive is probably pretty inefficient right now. Foxy, thank you, says Foxy, it's okay. Everybody says couldn't care less wrong. That is true. So I usually don't correct people on that either because yeah, just like Manny, I end up sounding like a smartass. And Manny doesn't mind. He's being a smartass. He's a lot of fun. Manny's my he's my first viewer, so he has a special license to be a pain in the butt. He can get away with it. Need to let my power build up a little bit here. Actually, it didn't bother. Yeah, so we might be a little short on crew. I'm gonna bring in another crew. I'm gonna turn off the mirroring thing. Bring in another crew quarter. Can afford that. And we're doing all right on power, but you know what? I'm gonna bring in another power storage up here. Like that? Yeah, and put in some more doors. There we go. Oh, one thing I haven't done, and oh, thank goodness I just thought of it, is put in some fire extinguishers. There we go. Yeah, well, you've known me since I got started too, Foxy. You gave me some great advice when I was really brand new, so you're one of my longest. I don't know that you've like watched a lot of my videos, but you're like one of the people I've known for the longest online, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's not that, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm like, oh, I'm so famous, because that is definitely not the case or anything. But it's nice to think of the people that have been around for a long time, and yeah, like, you know, the friends that I've had for a long time online here, because you guys are good little friends. Cola says, oh my god, I realized the ships I built and created for the bounty, I didn't save them. Yeah, I had never saved my ships either. I should start doing that. Oh, Foxy, that's so nice. Says I do watch mine as much as anyone else's. Well, yeah, I could say that to everybody but you, because you're the one I actually watch. Everybody else, I don't really watch too much, so I watch everybody else the same except for you. Francisco says, I just discovered that my kid loves hearing me talk. He doesn't understand anything, but he smiles every time I talk a bit louder. There you go. Just for you, Francisco Jr. What's his name? I can say his name, and then he would at least know one word. I don't know any Portuguese, so I don't even know how to like say hello in Portuguese or anything like that. But if you want, tell me some Portuguese phrase, and I'll try to say it. I probably won't pronounce it properly. I had a French girlfriend once, and she taught me how to say Je parle français comme vache espagnole, which means I speak French like a Spanish cow. And that's a funny way to tell French people that you don't know how to speak French very well. And it's like, they're still going to make fun of you for not speaking French well, but at least they'll know that like you're in on the joke. So I remember I said that when I was flying Air France. I told that to the guy at the gate, and they all had a good laugh at my expense. Kola says, I'm the only live streamer to notice him. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'm glad that I was able to notice you. I try to notice everybody in my chat, but I'm also very small. You know what I mean? We got like probably 20 or 30 viewers right now at the most. So it's not like, you know, most of the online streamers have 500 or 1,000 or something like that. So it's really hard to notice people. But I do like to talk to people as much as I can. That's one of my favorite things on my channel. Francisco says, well, I probably can't pronounce it right. Martim? Martim? I may not be pronouncing it right, but that's my best guess. So, hola, Martim. Hello. Ciao. Sam Gamer says it's really funny when I talk. What's your time zone? What's your time zone? No, it's not. But make sure you tune in next on Saturday for the next episode of What's Your Time Zone? Everybody's favorite podcast. Foxy does have a channel. Yep, here on YouTube. I definitely recommend checking it out. She's a lot of fun to watch. She gets very excited sometimes, and it's hilarious. And she plays fun games. Games that cost more money than I'm willing to spend. Cola says there's 10 people watching. Well, you know, still, 10 people is pretty good for a game that's not like a super popular game or anything. I'm happy with that. Francisco says the second time it was the closest. Well, if only I could remember how I said it. Martim? Sounds like probably Portuguese for Martin. Oh, speaking of Martin, I saw the trailer for the Dark Tower. Pretty excited about that one. I read the Dark Tower series years and years ago. It's crazy to think that I finished it like 10 years ago, but I started it in high school. But yeah, that Dark Tower, oh boy, I'm really excited about that. And I didn't think I was going to like it. The series I thought was good at first, and then it kind of got to a little bit bad, and then it kind of ended up where it was okay. But boy, the movie looks so good. Really exciting about that. Francisco says his son's name is the Portuguese name for Martin. So Martin. All right, another one of these guys. These guys were pretty badass last time. Foxy says Dark Tower sounds cool. She wants to see Dunkirk. Oh yeah, Dunkirk. I'll see anything that Christopher Nolan puts out. Dunkirk, I've totally been avoiding trailers for that. So I barely know, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's about World War II, obviously. But aside from that, like, I've been trying to avoid learning anything about it. There's a theater here in town that's showing it in 70 millimeter. So I got to try to get down to see that at the Hollywood. Cola says he'll be right back. Well, we'll still be here for another hour or so. Alright, so we've taken out their primary weapons. Let's go ahead and take out their control room. There we go. Now they can't really do much to hurt us, so we'll work on their power cores. Although you can see here we're running short on power. This ion beam really used up a lot of power. Oh, Francisco says when I say Martin in English, it's the same sound as in Portuguese. Okay, that's good. Martin. Foxy says I don't know about the Dunkirk battle. I mean, I've heard of it, but that's as much as I really know. I mean, I'm guessing it's an amazing battle. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so famous. But I'm not like really a World War II historian. I'm much more interested in like ancient history than World War II history. Yeah, exactly. Nazi Germany loses the war. Oh, come on! You can't give stuff away like that. But yeah, I mean, I figured it was a famous battle and all that, and it's probably like fighting against the odds, or they're gonna be trapped somewhere and having to fight their way out, or you know what I mean? Because like that's what all the famous World War II battles are about. But like I don't know who stars in it, and I'm not particularly familiar with the story and all that stuff. I kind of like going in. I was that same way with Spider-Man. Like I knew that the Spider-Man was the Spider-Man guy from the Avengers. But I didn't even know that what's his face from Batman was in it. Michael Keaton playing Birdman. Like this, I didn't realize that it was Birdman 2. Foxy. Foxy says, thank you, Francisco. Banished is an awesome game. I was thinking about playing it again soon, but don't tell Sean because I play too many games already. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I was thinking about playing Banished as well myself. I really liked Banished when it was new, but I've got so many games on deck that I want to play, and I'm trying to adopt more of Foxy's approach by throwing in more games and not doing daily episodes. Like my schedule coming up here, there's actually going to be a day very soon here where I don't post an episode of RimWorld. The RimWorld series will still continue, but like this coming Saturday, it looks like there will not be an episode of RimWorld because I'll have a couple of other games. I think there'll be an episode of this and an episode of Rock God. Francisco just gave a reason why I do like to post a RimWorld video every day, because that is the most popular video I run by far. Cola asked how often I'm going to stream this game. It's hard to say, Cola. Yeah, I'm not going to commit to anything. Maybe once a week, maybe. But I can't really commit to streaming at this point. But what I will do is I'm going to start up a Let's Play series of it. The first episode should be on Saturday, and then there'll be an episode every few days of that. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. I need to take out that cannon over there. Holy shit, am I out of power again already? I must be short on crew or something. I gotta pay attention to this. Francisco says he's thinking of starting his own YouTube channel playing RimWorld, but thinks he talks very badly in English. I don't think that's a bad thing, Francisco. I think most English speakers enjoy watching people who speak badly. It's fun. That's like my favorite thing about Marbazir's channel, is hearing him say words wrong occasionally, but more hearing his accent. I love listening to people with accents. And you don't think you have a good microphone. Well, that's important. But good microphones, like this one was like 80 bucks, and it's a headset microphone. So it's pretty reasonable. Foxy says, I can't believe my channel is less than a year old and I already have almost 1,000 videos. Yeah, I can't believe it either. I don't know how I do. Well, you know how I do it. I don't have friends or social stuff, or for most of the time a job. So that's one way how I do it. But the not having friends and stuff really makes a big difference. Foxy, you have friends, and you have like social activities and stuff that you do. So you know, that's a good reason to not have as many videos. No, who's leaving? Cola? See ya, Cola. Adios. Thank you for watching. Somebody mentioned Draconic Rose is Portuguese, and you're right. And her English is amazing. She is so good at English. So I agree. She speaks it very well. Foxy Fern says she'll be my friend. Well, that's nice. You got to be careful, because I do only live like 3 hours away. I might take you up on that. I've got lots of online friends. That's real nice. I'm not very sociable, honestly. It's easy to sit and play a game and talk for 30 minutes or 2 hours or whatever it is and try to be funny. Oh, you guys are really confusing me in you guys are really confusing me in the chat. I can't quite keep up with it. Foxy asks, is that a threat? I don't want to sound like a creepy stalker. Am I going to PAX by any chance? No, I'm not even sure what that is. What is that? A convention, I'm guessing. One Glove says America is so strange, only 3 hours away. Well, you know, it's funny. Even the west coast of America is so strange because between Portland and Seattle here on the west coast, and that's Foxy and I are that far away. On the east coast, it's from Washington D.C. to New York City is the same distance. So you know, it's a huge, even just based on which part of the country you're in. But yeah. Foxy says PAX is a gaming convention. PAX West is in Seattle. Nope, I don't know PAX. When is it? Is it like far enough away to where I could still conceivably plan out a trip to go there and stuff? Or is it like in a week where there's no way I'd be able to go there? Oh, that was expensive repairs there. I must have got damaged up pretty good. That's what I get for not really paying that close attention. Alright, what is going on with our ship? It seems like we're short on... We keep running short on power. Do I need more power storage? I think I'm going to do that. I don't think we really need any more weapons, though. Oh, shit, what did I just do? September. Well, I might be able to make that. Let me write a note down. PAX West, Seattle, September. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I've been meaning to get back up there. I love Seattle. It's a nice town to visit. I always have a lot of fun taking pictures and stuff up there, and I enjoy that. And it's just fun to explore around. I love the downtown area, and it's just a nice city overall. Oh, Foxy says tickets sold out the first day. Okay, well, that makes sense. I'm not surprised. So, nope, I won't be going to that then. Thanks for asking. Are you going? It should be fun for you. I've never even been to a convention. The closest I've been to a convention is watching Silicon Valley when they go to HuliCon and placed all those things around. Seattle's pretty great. Way too expensive to live in, though. Yeah. Tell me about it. Portland's pretty expensive, too. I pay $1,025 for a 400 square foot studio. No washing machine or anything. All right. Well, we are running short on easy bad guys. Although we could skip down to... you know what? Let's take on some tougher bad guys. We're going to jump to this one. But then we'll take on those tougher guys. After that. So Foxy is going to be going to the Saturday PAX thing. Oh, her company bought her one-day passes. Well, that's nice. Yeah, Foxy works in tech. You're an animator, right? You do animation for video games. Is that right? Alright, so this is a professional level fight, so it won't be too bad. But the next one... Francisco asks if somebody here watches House of Cards. I watched the first... Like, I haven't watched the most recent season because I feel like it got too ridiculous. But I watched all the other seasons. Like, the first 2 seasons were amazing. I loved them. After that, the American version. I haven't watched the European version. Oh, shit. I zoomed in too much on this. I was too busy watching the chat. Wow, look at this guy. He's fast moving. So he's got cannons and a couple of electro bolts. He looks pretty easy to fight. Shouldn't have any problem taking him on. Yep, Foxy has got an awesome job living in an awesome city. She's pretty lucky. I live in an awesome city too, though, and I'm from here, so I've got that Oregon pride. I'm sure up in Seattle they probably have the same thing where they don't like outsiders and all that. I don't dislike outsiders by any means, but I am proud of being from Oregon and couldn't imagine living anywhere else. My city is the best. My state is the best. Take that, Washington. Portland and Seattle are kind of rival cities. Damn, why do I keep running out of power? What? Why can't they keep the power going to these things? I've got all these power storage units around here. Not sure why they keep struggling with it. I feel like my setup is pretty efficient. The guys can manage to move around pretty quickly. Alright, good. Well, we're not really going to take much more damage, so... Foxy says she has to work 60 hours this week, which sucks. That doesn't sound fun at all. And probably should be doing less chatting and more working, yeah. I mean, I don't want to discourage you from watching me play video games. I definitely enjoy having you here in the chat. But, you know, yeah. Foxy says they do need people, but unfortunately just looking for various artists right now. Too bad I'm not an artist. I can write, but I don't have a degree or anything, so I'm not even going to try to hit you up for a job. One Glove asks what games Foxy has worked on. That's a good question. Francisco says probably couldn't go there to work. Ah, it'd just be a whole nother country. You wouldn't be able to come over here. It's hard to get a job in the United States from another country right now, even if you're coming from Portugal. All right, so you know what? I'm just going to go straight for the reactor core on this ship. This ship looks pretty wimpy. Sand Gamer says maybe I'll go get IT for college. It's probably not a bad field to go into. Definitely go to college, that's for sure. I really regret that I never went to college. It was a, I'd say it was a bad choice on my part, and I guess it was kind of a choice, but I didn't have opportunity to go to college really, so. Holy crap, what is going on with running out of power on everything so quickly? Maybe I shouldn't have focused on taking out their reactor, but we did take out their control room, so their weapons and stuff are definitely going to be taken out here. Or their weapons are going to be ineffective is what I'm trying to say, but you know what? I do need to start taking them out. Oh shit, what did I just... Oh, they took out my ion beam. Alright, well, I need to keep that in mind. Take out their weapons first. Worry about the control room and stuff second. One Glove says IT is a great field to get into. People are always looking for it some capacity. Many says so is plumbing. That is true. Being a plumber is a great way to always be able to make money. So is grocery, to be honest. Being able to work in grocery is good, and waiting. Waiting is good. People always need waiters. But those aren't really professional jobs. Plumbing, on the other hand, is. You can make a ton of money doing plumbing. Is that what you got your degree in, Manny? Manny just wrapped up his... Is it bachelor's degree, Manny? I'm sorry, I can't remember for sure. But Manny just got a degree. Congratulations to him. He's pretty excited about it. Apparently he got drunk, from what I understand. We've got a lot of money. We could do some decent upgrades to our ships here. What should we do? So what I think I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to pull most of this stuff forward. Oh, let's turn on mirror mode, though. I'm going to pull most of this stuff forward. And I believe what I'm going to do is put in a second layer of shields. I can leave that one back there like he is. Right. So if I get another shield here and I put in a second shield generator like that, so we'll have double shields. We still have a lot of money left. So I can put in more crew. I think European business management. Wow, exciting. Now, how is that different than, like, you know, North American business management? Does it mean, like, you don't necessarily put profit above everything else at all costs? No, I don't really want to move those guys. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to turn off mirror mode now. We're going to put another crew quarter there. Maybe, well, you know what? May as well have had mirror mode on. And power. Guess I need more reactors, which is kind of a shame. I'm actually going to rearrange some of these things. I'll put this up there, that one up there. Then I'll put new reactors in, like there and there. That's a lot of money, but it gets us all the stuff that we need. Manny says it's not plumbing, though. He sure would have found a job if he was a plumber. Yeah, probably, but you'll probably enjoy your job in the long term with your degree. I was a business manager, like, not like I never had a degree for it or anything, but like I just like learned it. It makes it difficult to find another job. It would be much easier if I had a degree. But I enjoy business management. It's fun. And you're probably going to be doing much more advanced business management than I was, that's for sure. I just manage small businesses locally. Let this stuff charge up. I wonder if we need, might not be a bad idea to throw in another engine or something. Foxy asks what the overall end game is on this game. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten to that point yet where I would know that. I would guess, like when you look at the map here, you know, we've got all the, so maybe the goal is to just like kill everybody or something. But yeah, I'm not sure. So like right now I kind of just treat it as a sandbox. And I figured, like I like to like just go into games blind and kind of figure them out as we're going. So, you know. Jan says European business management has more to do with the political institutions getting subsidies, entire political process, not to mention inter-European trading. That makes a lot of sense because you would definitely need to the EU is complicated, and it definitely has to have complicated pretty much everything that goes on in European business, huh? Having to deal with all the trading and stuff with the EU. Oh, let's see. So this guy's got a cannon and a couple of lasers. No problem. Pretty easy. Foxy says, holy cow, that's a big map. Yeah, I hadn't even noticed it myself until the stream here when somebody asked me about it. And I was like, oh, let's take a look. And it's like, holy mackerel, that is a lot. Because each one of those star systems has multiple planets, and then each planet has multiple battles. So yeah, there's a lot going on. But from what I looked at, it looks like it's going to get pretty repetitive here before too long. Like, I mean,
I feel like we're having fun, and this is a good game for streaming because we can all chit chat, and like I don't have to pay too close attention or anything. But like it's already starting to get a little bit repetitive. We'll clear this sector here, and it should get a little more challenging with the next sector because we'll be fighting. More advanced ships in the next sector. But you know, we're at the point now I could buy a second ship to like float around with us and help us out. Or I can just continue expanding my ship and putting on more shields and more weapons and stuff, which will just allow us to destroy the other ships more quickly. So yeah, I'm not sure what the end game is for it. But if nothing else, this will make an interesting short series, like maybe a 5. I try to do at least 5 episodes in a series, if I can. Although, since this is a free game, I really have no obligation to do. I could stop it after 1 or 2 episodes if I wanted to. But I like to try to do, you know, this will make a nice short series. This is a lot of cannons on this ship. It's a pretty powerful ship. Just need to take those cannons out. These double shields are really going to help us out, I think. I could put some armor. Oh, see, that shield's down. Shit. Oh, now they're getting into our inner shields. But with any luck, we should be able to recharge our outer shields in time before the inner shields get knocked out. I hope. Alright, Foxy is going to take off. She's got to be working on facial animation and can't really do that while watching a stream. So thanks so much for stopping in and watching, Foxy. It's glad to see you. And yeah, you guys definitely should check her channel out. She does a lot of really interesting stuff. She's one of my YouTube inspirations when I first got started, and I continue watching her because she still is an inspiration. Very nice. She interacts with all of her viewers, responds to all the comments and stuff. Good person to watch in general. And then there's a hearty discussion about European tax rates going on in the chat that I'm not going to relay, but that's why you should watch the stream live if you're watching on a recorded version of this, because you can enjoy all the excitement of that live instead of hearing me tell you about it. All right. Well, there's another ship destroyed, another bounty gathered. No damage done to us that fight, which is really nice. So there's that. We are ready to jump to the next sector, which now we're going to be fighting some actual difficult bad guys. So it's possible we could end up dying, in theory. I doubt it, but it's possible. Turn that up. Let our FTL engage. There we go. And I guess we can repower everything when we get to where we're going. Now, these ships are going to be quite a bit more of a challenge. I don't know if they're more aggressive being higher levels. But I have run into situations where the second ship will come in and try to help the first ship. And that's not very fun, trying to fight 2 ships at once. See, it looks like this guy might be trying to sneak up and catch me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change my course and go straight for him, because he's getting a little closer. Oh, look at this guy. Jeez Louise. What has he got going on? He's got a lot of shields. And he's got 2 ion beams buried in the middle. I should just try to bust through to his reactor core. If I take out one of those cores, there'll be a chain reaction and they'll all be destroyed. But he's definitely got himself shielded up there. And he's got 2 ion beams, which is going to be tough to fight against. On the other hand, it's going to be tough for him to get in and attack on me. It's too bad if I knew more about maneuvering and stuff, I would be able to fight better against. Like, I feel like if I could just stay more maneuverable and like attack him from the side, that would probably be the better approach here. But I think I'm going to be able to take out his weapons. His ion beams, though, they're plowing through my shield. Does this show me the... I can't see the shield strength, huh? I guess it just burns through the power to maintain it. But I've almost gotten both of his weapons down. So there you go. Now he can't even do anything to me. Just in time, though. Like, right as my shield's just about failed. Oh, wait. No, I didn't destroy his ion beam. I thought I did. Alright, now he's doing damage to my weapons, unfortunately. But it doesn't look like... There we go, good. Our shields are back online. Now, their shields are holding up. Like, it's got a real stalemate going on between the two of us, and we're drawing in closer to this other bad guy too. Oh, there we go. See, that's the thing though. He's got all those cores together, so pretty easy to destroy him with a chain reaction. But this other ship might be too close for me to do a repair. Nope, we're going to be able to get that repair in. Good. All right, not too much damage. Don't need to make any adjustments based on that. One Glove says he'd like to see the algorithms for how it decides to use thrusters. It seems to have a lot of physics going on to it from its web page. Yeah, it seemed. I mean, I feel like when you watch here, I'll do a little maneuver here in a minute. When you watch, like, when you watch it make a turn, and maneuver around like that, so I'll just have it move to here and turn around. It's pretty interesting to watch. I guess I should have let it charge up all the engines first before I did that. Pigawar asks if you get salvage from destroyed ships. No, unfortunately you don't. I was really hoping that too. But destroying the ship doesn't seem to make any difference, regardless of how much stuff you leave behind, how much stuff you destroy, any of that. So it seems like there's no incentive to, like, at first I was like trying to just go straight for their core, so I could get more money because they have weapons left over and all that stuff. But yeah, it doesn't pay to do that. So there's not really any incentive for it. What do we got here? This looks like another... He's got some pretty good shields going on. A lot of cannons. Oh my gosh, this is a... wow, a lot of weapons on this guy. Damn. This one's going to be tough. We might not even be able to take this one on. Look at that. He's got banks of lasers all up and down the sides. He's got 2 ion beams in the middle. Jeez Louise. This might be it, guys. Now this game, it definitely, like, it saves, and you can So it like auto saves frequently. It's not roguelike in any way. But I kind of want to play it like it's a roguelike. I don't see any reason to reload. You know, if we end up dying here, yeah, we'll just call it good because I'm going to start a new series anyways. It's interesting. Francisco says one of the biggest lies in history is that Cristobal Colombo was Portuguese, not Italian. So I'm not sure. Are you saying he is Portuguese? Because I thought he was Italian. Now I'm not even sure. Damn. Oh, these guys are doing some pretty good damage to me here. I really need to focus on... good. So they're turning around. Ah, shit. They're beating me up. Was that me? Oh no! Oh, what happened? Oh. Oh, I like how my lasers are still firing though. Well, we met our match. Shoot. Alright guys, well that is whatever the name of this game is, Cosmoteer. Yeah. It's a fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I definitely had fun playing, and I really had a great time with all the chat and stuff. Minnie asked if this is the end. I mean, we could load up the autosave if we wanted to, but you know what I mean. What's the point? It's already. Oh shit! The autosave is all the way back here. Yeah. So you know what I mean. Like, what's the point? It's almost 4 o'clock anyways. So yeah, we're gonna call it good for the day. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just a reminder, you guys can download that for free from the website at cosmoteer.com, I think, something like that. And it's pretty easy to play. Francisco says, yes, Christopher Columbus was born in Portugal. Well, I didn't know that. I thought he was Italian. So I don't know why you would necessarily want to claim him as your own. But that's interesting. We're getting some good Portuguese history in the chat. Pick a War says, thanks for streaming. Have a good day. Jan says, good game. See you around, Sean. Sand Gamer says, thanks for the video, Sean. Well, thank you guys for watching so much. I really had fun. And I'm glad you guys did too. And yeah, I never end these things properly, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it now. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you next time. Oh, Sand says, should you call me Sean? Yep, that's my name is Sean. I'm not, I like it when people call me Sean. I have no problem with that. Oh, Red Ventru, thanks for showing up at the very end here, buddy. I appreciate you showing up. So yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.